Do you feel like you went too early on that last possession?
Is that what?
Do you feel like you went too early on that last possession, or do you like the shot you got?
Both. I mean, Dill was hawking the whole 94 feet, and when you find a little bit of space, I shoot that shot all the time. And obviously the way it went down, loose ball, or the 50-50 ball into an unreal loose ball foul that changed the game. So definitely probably a couple seconds too early. I like the shot if we make it. If I make it, we're playing to Vegas. So I'll live with it, but tough way to end.
How, I mean, it seems to us the locker room's pretty upset about that loose ball foul.
Hell yeah. I haven't seen the replay, but in that type of situation, there's a feel of like who got to the ball first. I mean, if you're telling me it was a clear foul, then I'll shut up, but I don't think that's the case. Was it? There's indecision in the group, so that means then let the game play out and let us decide it. Not 2 free throws 90 feet from the basket.
Pretty physical tenor throughout. Did it feel like a different atmosphere, different level of intensity out there?
We obviously know the streak we've been on with them, and they try to come out and play with a level of aggression and physicality. We did the same. 91-90 speaks to that type of basketball, but we felt like we played well enough to win. And a tough outcome for us. So proud of the way we played. We obviously can play better. We know that. It just sucks that you're not able to get over the hump to experience Vegas. 'Cause it is a cool vibe. It's something to look forward to.
Steph, what did the refs tell you not only about the loose ball, but also the call that you thought you were fouled on that jump shot?
That's a huge, so we can talk about the refs all day. It's not why we lost, but there's swings in the game. Obviously, the last 2 free throws, and then that plays a 5-point swing where I think Mousa said the ball was already released and he hit my hand or wrist. And I'm like, well, if I shoot an 18-footer and I miss it by 6 feet, then either you tell me he hit the ball or it's a foul. Like, you can't say that and never shot an 18-footer 12 feet. So and they go down and Eason hits a 3 in the corner. Like, that's a huge swing. We can't let the refs take us out of it, which I don't think we did, but those are clear plays that can dictate a very tough game, low-scoring game where you give a team an extra possession that they don't deserve, which is why I was going crazy. I don't want to yell at the refs like that. It was a clear foul.
You guys had a 6-point lead with about 77 seconds left. Obviously blew it. Similar in Denver. It feels like it's kind of even been a trend back the last couple seasons where, in previous years it wasn't. I mean, how concerning is just like those type of blown leads in that condensed amount of time?
It's a team trying to figure out who you are, what works, what sets we need to be in. Teams, selling out on kind of our standard pick and roll, which I usually can make plays. Like I said, I make that last shot. You might not ask about the last 2 possessions. It's kind of just the way the game goes. When you lose, everything is on full display. The pattern of, scoreless kind of droughts down the stretch has to be addressed, or else we're going to be a mediocre team. I take responsibility for not being able to get us organized or not being able to finish plays. Like, balls in my hands, I got to make shots. But I think we all can address certain sets that can get us into better shot creation type of opportunities, knowing how teams are trying to guard us, especially in the last 5 minutes. And we're talking about it. We're, experimenting, and that's going to be a defining point of our full season if we figure it out, if we don't. Because we're playing well enough to win most games. So that's a good sign and a bad sign.
Steph, what have you seen from this young Rockets team? The game that they won tonight is no longer a game that you all are able to, down at the end of the stretch, beat them, but it seems like they're starting to play a little bit more competitive over these last 2 years, especially with the team and coach.
Yeah, I think, a team that has a certain identity, they try to play harder than you. They try to play more physical than you. And even on a night like tonight, like you said, there's a reason we had that long streak against them, because we usually figured it out. I feel like tonight was an opportunity to do that again. It just didn't go our way. But they're scrappy. They didn't quit. You can tell the way they celebrated how much it meant to them. So it sucks for us we don't get to go to Vegas, but they obviously deserve to win.
You sound like, you've said it a couple of times, but it seemed like you were really motivated to try to get to Vegas.
Absolutely. Talked to some guys who played in it last year. Buddy was there last year. He said how much fun it was. So, would have been a cool experience. You want to win the games that matter, in the sense of, something with a little extra incentive on the back end. Definitely frustrating, disappointing, especially the way the game ended, because you're sitting there looking at the clock like 3-4 minutes left. If we just play sound basketball, we should be fine. And then possession after possession goes the other way. And then that last foul call, you're just kind of in shock a little bit. So that's tough.
Jerry, that's about as physical as a game can be. What do you think about just the end there with the foul call and what looked like probably a loose ball?
Unfortunate. Dumb play by me. Unfortunate call leads to that. It just is what it is.
You said dumb play by you. You just feel like you should have held
Hold the ball. Jump ball. Touch the ball. 2 seconds, 1 second left. Game over.
You guys have had a few of these now. Denver one comes to mind. What's the frustration level about some of these kind of late game misses?
Well, this one, advancing and going to Vegas. Always got to be better down the stretch, smarter, execute, and once again, turnovers.
Where did you guys most feel their defense?
They just sped us up in that last little minute. They had a little stint. They sped us up. I want to say in the late second. They just sped us up, turnovers, and that's where they're the best, is when they turn it over and go get easy layups and buckets, transition. Great.
Getting ready to shoot those free throws, what were those emotions?
Well, I was thinking, like, why is the crowd getting so loud? We need to get quiet in here for a second. But I was ready for the opportunity. I work on free throws a lot. I feel like I made a big jump in free throw percentages, so just trusting it.
What happened on the play that led to the foul?
To make me shoot the free throws?
Yeah.
It was a scramble situation. We needed to stop. We got to stop. Everyone hit somebody, sprayed the floor, and then saw the ball rolling. And an opportunity for me to get on the floor. So, it was just a scramble situation.
Were you surprised they called the foul, or were you thinking jump ball, timeout?
Well, I was trying to call the timeout, but I'm glad the ref seen that he's over my neck, and so it was cool.
How cool was it to be able to win a game like this that, means a little bit more, considering you guys haven't been in like a playoff type situation in a long time?
I think it's really cool, especially, for the guys that's been here since the beginning of it. We ain't never had no situation like that. We ain't had no situation like that before, so I think we just showed our growth, and, it wasn't even our best night. We weren't hitting threes like we normally do. But our defense was on point and had a couple of lapses, but we held it down. So,
what does it mean to you guys to finally beat Golden State after they'd won so many in a row?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm glad we did that, because it was like 18 in a row or something.
Just 15.
15 is still crazy. I'm glad we did it though.
What does it say about the team that they were able to beat it after 15 streaks?
Just shows our resiliency, our togetherness, and how hard we play.
And you talk about the crowd, you just mentioned how loud they were. Can you talk about the crowd, not only in this game, but also the OKC game, how loud they've been?
Yeah, it was cracking there. The fans been popping out. We've been doing our job, and they've been doing theirs. So, we got one of the best fan bases in the league, so they just need to see us put some wins together.
You may have subbed you in for a couple of defensive possessions late in the game. What were you thinking when you did that, and what does that say about how far you've come on that side of the game?
I appreciate him for, throwing me in there. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to get some stops and just get that big one at the end of the game to ice it. So yeah, I appreciate it.